YouTube, welcome back to Baggers and Bourbon. All right, of course, I am your boy Cam. But today, we got a special guest on the show. He's right down there. Hey, Junior, say hey to the people. But me and Junior are in the garage, and as you saw in the previous video I posted where we did the performance machine axle locks on the bike, right? Before we jump into what this episode is about, these axle locks, great product, but the bolts that's used in them are some shit. They're trash, right? They're trash, right? And we just gonna go on and get that up off our chest. I'll tell you that the Harley bolts, shop bolts, are actually stronger than the ones that come in the performance machine ones. So performance machine, if you do see this and somebody refer you to the video, you can feel the density in those bolts. Try to get some stronger bolts for the price point that you're selling at $300-400, and you're sending out cheap ass bolts. It just don't make sense. All right, but guys, we're back working on the bop gun. My buddy called me and said, hey, I heard it ticking from my from the side of my bike. He brought it over. I listened to it. Sound like one of his push rods did either collapse. But also, while we was looking at a push rod, let me flip the camera around and I'm going to show you guys something real quick. I'm going to show you guys something so that you guys know what to look for. Guys, as you can see, looks to me that he has a blown head gasket. You can see the oil dripping right there. You can see it around there where that gasket is, up underneath the head and the cylinder. And we're going to go ahead and try to get this thing together, right? So what I did already, I already removed his exhaust. And of course his exhaust is under there. That is a HPI 2-in-1. I opened up his cam case or whatever because it makes it a little bit easier to set the push rods in there instead of trying to fill in the holes. You can literally just line up the timing marks to where these two are together. That you're ready for the back. When you roll it around, this is up here and this is up here. That means you're ready for the front, right? You can go ahead and cut them, install them, whatever you tend to do. But I am going to be removing the back cylinder head so that we can get in, pull this off, put a new head gasket in there. And we're going to get that done for them. So we're going to try to get this thing up and done before Mother Chapter. So I did want to show you guys part of the journey and how to do it. That way you don't have to be fumbling around trying to fill up in there. And as you can see, he is running that fueling high flow oil pumping plate kit. Can't tell you the cam that we got in this thing, but it's a total ripper, as you guys can see. So I got it halfway there. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and remove the push rods before I go in the house and eat breakfast. So that way tomorrow morning, once I wake up or whatever, whenever I have time, I can go ahead and just remove this this cylinder, this head right here. Go ahead and get everything in and get it buttoned back up. All right. So stay tuned. Thank you for being along the journey with me and Junior over there. Hey, Junior. Say hey, buddy. Say hey. All right. So we're going to get back to it. Thank you. So guys, as you can see, I was telling you we had a blown head gasket on the bike. So I done already went in, removed the rocker arms and everything. Removed the cylinder head bolts. They're sitting right here. So guys, if you are working on these, please make sure that these are reusable ones. What we found while going through this motor is his breather was falling apart, right? It's breaking off right there. He have a lot of oil in his head, but the breather was falling apart. So luckily I went through it. He's going to go ahead and replace one. We're going to go ahead and pull this thing on off. So, let's see. Yep. And as you can see, the gasket is done. That gasket is toast. Head gasket is toast. That gasket is toast. Yeah, it was toast. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put this thing in 6th gear, and we're going to go ahead and rotate. We're going to go ahead and rotate it really, really quick. Let me grab me a rag so I can wipe my hand off. he said while we in here, he might as well just go on and replace the replace it. So we're gonna go ahead and finish removing this off and pull this out and just go to remove the rear cylinder. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be back in a second, guys. So as you can see, we got the whole cylinder pulled off. We're going to go ahead and replace the bottom gasket too while we're in there. Got a little bit of char on top of that piston, but as you can see, we got it up out of there. It was real quick, clean, and simple and easy. Nothing too hard, but we got it up out of there. We did find that we had one of the cylinder head bolts loose. The work was not previously done by me, but one of the cylinder head bolts was loose. So as you can see, I mean, you let everybody do your work, but you can't trust everybody to put it back together like it should be. You know, it just wasn't torqued back down like it should be, you know. And hey, it happens, you find shit, but you still should be able to entrust in whoever's doing your motor work. And I'll just leave it at that, you know. And that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. But we'll get it buttoned back up quick. Shouldn't take us that long. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alrighty. So we're back at it. So we had to take the bike down to Harley because one of the cylinder head studs, all the threads were going up there. So of course down here, one of our good guys, he got us back right. He basically put like a sleeve inside of the this cylinder head stud, like on the inside, to where that actual cylinder head stud would catch grip, right? But what we did find is whoever installed this kit, they did not put the reusable cylinder head bolts in there. They put the stock cylinder head bolts in there. So this was a great catch on our behalf. You know, that I wanted to make sure that, you know, my buddy was riding right? So, of course, he got some brand new cylinder head bolts in there, and they're already tightened down. They're already torqued down. So, guys, remember, whenever you're torquing these things down, you want to go down, you want to go up in torque specs of increments, I believe, in 10. So you want to start from 10 and go up in 10. Or, I mean, 5. Go up in increments of 5 until you get to 45 foot-pounds on each cylinder head bolt, right? And these are your head bolts right there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my breather back in. I'm going to put my rocker arms back in. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing put back together. So give me a second, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and put the manifold back in. And we'll be right back to you. So when putting this gasket on, I use a little bit of Molly Coat, and I kind of rub it up there so that the gasket can stick in the groove. And when we put this on, now this right here goes on before you put your rocker arms back in, right? Because your rocker arms is not going to fit over top of your rocker arms. You're going to slide that in, then drop your fucking rocker arms in, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing on real quick, and then we're gonna button it on up. So we got the bike all put back together. We're gonna go ahead and try to fire this thing up. Let's go on fire it up. Let's see what we get, man. Sound good? So he had a ticking coming from, sound like it was up in the rocker box. So what we did was we went in, we put new tappets in, and we also put new push rods in there. He also had a blown head gasket, so we went in and got the head gasket on up in there, and we put a new base gasket on it. So it seems like it's back right now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put the seat back on it, clean the garage up and get it up out the garage. He's going to take it for a spin. And we'll get back with you guys, man. But other than that, quick little service. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have your tools. But other than that, he's going to change the oil when he get home. Hey, man, what you got to say about these guys when they come down to Atlanta, man? We got Mother Chapter coming up.
Just be ready, goddamn.
Just be ready, dog. You know, you better hope your guy can get you in just like this, right? You get in, you get out. I told him it'll probably be, what, next week? But shit, when did you drop the bike off? Thursday, Friday, the day Sunday. I told him go get me 2 bottles from the ABC store and 5 cigars, and he brought the old lady a case of Trulies. But like I say, man, this is what we do, in and out service. Hey, man, we finna get it. We're gonna get this thing down and we're gonna reconvene. All right, guys, so we had took the bike off the lift, attempted to start it up, but we noticed that we wasn't getting anything when we put it into gear. So when he had took his bike in the other day, they had put his chain on, but come to find out, they failed to put the chain around the front sprocket. So we found the issue, and now we fixed it. So here we go. Going on, fire it up. All right, guys, so as y'all can see, we got everything back, and everything is running like it should be. It's running like a champ, so we can't really complain about it, you know. So that's the beauty of it, you know, being able to help your bros out, man. This is what biking is all about. You know, he came in for a blown head gasket. I found some of the issues that he had. He had a cylinder head stud that wasn't seated well. The threads were gone, so we had to go in and put like a seat in there, rethread it and everything, get that back right. But we found some of those issues with the newer M8s anyway. And then we got some more reusable head bolts put in, and then we found that his chain wasn't all the way torqued down. So there's it go. But again, guys, thank you for tuning into Baggers and Bourbon. Of course, I am your boy Cam, and until next time, we out. Peace.